Nikola Jokic has quietly built one of the most legendary careers of his generation, maybe even in NBA history. His court vision is unmatched, delivering passes that seem impossible until he makes them look routine. But Jokic isn't just an elite passer. He controls everything: the tempo, the glass, the space on the floor, even when the ball's not in his hands. He defends, rebounds, sets perfect screens, and dictates the flow like no center we've ever seen. He's not just changing the game, he's redefining the position. And it's not just fans saying it. NBA legends from every era are giving Jokic his flowers. One of them? Kevin Garnett. One of the most intense competitors and fiercest trash talkers the game has ever seen. When asked about Jokic, KG didn't hesitate. He called his accomplishments historic, even comparing him to the legendary Wilt Chamberlain. Coming from someone who spent 21 seasons in the trenches, that's not just respect, that's recognition of greatness.
What Joker's doing in our league, not even athletic. He jumps probably this high, right? What he's doing in our league is just he's ripping the records apart. I think Pete, they showed a stat where he's had a triple-double on every team in the league.
Damn. For real? That's cold. That's cold.
Bro, right now, Joker's more dominant than Wilt Chamberlain right now. Lord.
Damn.
They got some taking him over Shaq. They got motherfuckers taking Joker over Wilt or
Scottie Pippen is often remembered as the ultimate teammate, the perfect complement to Michael Jordan during the Bulls' legendary run in the 90s. But Pippen wasn't just MJ's sidekick. He built a Hall of Fame legacy of his own as one of the greatest perimeter defenders the game has ever seen. He was tough, disciplined, and always locked in on winning. Pippen embraced his role, played with grit, and never missed a chance to flex with some trash talk after a big play. He was the kind of player every team dreams of: smart, unselfish, and deadly in crunch time. Since retiring, Pippen's gained a reputation for being brutally honest when talking about today's stars. He rarely hands out compliments. But when it comes to Nikola Jokic, even Scottie couldn't hold back. He called Jokic the best player of this era. And that's not a throwaway line. This era is stacked with talent. For a 6-time NBA champion, who shared the court with Michael Jordan to say that? That's respect on another level. It's proof. Jokic's game doesn't just speak for itself. It speaks loud enough for legends to listen.
That guy is the best player in basketball. He the best player. Ain't no doubt about it. Ain't nothing you can do.
Tracy McGrady, T-Mac to fans, was one of the most electrifying scorers the NBA has ever seen. Whether he was lighting it up in Toronto, Orlando, or Houston, McGrady built his name as a one-man bucket machine. He didn't just score, he torched defenders, created his own shots, and made it all look effortless. But for a guy who made his living going solo on offense, McGrady knows greatness when he sees it. And for him, Nikola Jokic is that guy. T-Mac recently revealed that if he could suit up with any current player, his first pick would be the Joker. That's a huge statement, especially coming from a scorer who never needed anyone to get his points. McGrady praised Jokic's unselfishness, basketball IQ, and the joy he brings to the game. And let's be real, when a pure scorer wants to play next to you, that means one thing: you make everyone around you better. That's what makes Jokic special. He doesn't just dominate, he elevates.
Let me tell y'all something. This dude is so good, man. Straight up. I haven't seen anything like him. Where he passes. You got a 7'1" center bringing up the ball, initiating the offense. Everything goes through him.
And he passes people open, like Aaron Rodgers style.
It is amazing. The passes that he makes from one side of the court to the other, on time and on target, the bounce passes in between defenses. You can't guard him on the post because he's too big. He can't jump over a dollar bill. He rebounds. He is amazing. If there was one guy I would want to play with.
I was going to say, if you got to play with someone like him,
I would love to play with. He's a problem.
I mean,
he's a problem. He's like Jason Kidd as a point guard. Right. Those guys don't have to score to affect.
Like Scottie Pippen, James. Worthy built his legacy by mastering his role and showing up big when the stakes were highest. After winning the 1982 NCAA title alongside a young Michael Jordan at UNC, Worthy went number 1 overall to the Lakers and became a cornerstone of the iconic Showtime era. They didn't call him Big Game James for nothing. In the clutch, Worthy delivered. He shared the floor with legends like Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So when he talks about greatness, it carries serious weight. That's why his praise for Nikola Jokic matters. Worthy isn't just impressed. He's putting the Joker in the same breath as his Hall of Fame teammates. And coming from a guy who's been to the mountaintop with some of the best to ever do it, that says everything about how rare, how dominant, and how real Jokic's greatness truly is.
To me, he's Magic and Kareem on the floor at the same time.
Yeah.
He's a guard. He makes great decisions, hell of a passer. And then when he wants to be Kareem, he goes down and dominates. So he's a special player that does a lot of things, and your antennas have to.
Just like James Worthy, Jerry West stands as a foundational pillar of NBA history. As the longtime face of the Lakers, West didn't just dominate on the court, he helped build the dynasty off it. And when the logo talks, the basketball world listens. When it comes to Nikola Jokic, West doesn't get caught up in highlight reel dunks or jaw-dropping athleticism. He zeroes in on what really makes the Joker special: elite basketball IQ and unshakable instincts. In today's game, where raw athleticism often steals the spotlight, Jokic is a reminder that brilliance can look different. He doesn't need to fly through the air or explode to the rim. What makes him unstoppable is the way he reads the game, like a grandmaster in the middle of a chess match. Always calm, always calculated, always one step ahead, that mental edge. That's what makes Jokic a nightmare to guard. And a force every time he steps on the floor.
Jokic is a joke, okay? He's a joke. You watch him play.
Different.
And you look at him, and everyone's talking about, well, doesn't do this, he doesn't do that. If you watch him around the basket, he absolutely will shoot the ball, touch it, and catch it on the other side before these guys move. Mm-hmm. That tells you how good he really is. Mm-hmm. He's got an incredible instinct to play the game. But I watch him being interviewed and stuff. This guy's got the...
Chauncey Billups, NBA champion with the 2004 Detroit Pistons, earned his stripes as one of the most clutch and composed point guards of his era. Today, as head coach of the Portland Trail Blazers, he's bringing that same high basketball IQ to the sidelines. Billups has seen the evolution of the game firsthand. He's faced legends as a player and game planned against today's biggest stars. So when he gives someone their flowers, it means something. And when it comes to Nikola Jokic, Billups doesn't hold back. What blows him away isn't Jokic's size or stats. It's his passing. As a former point guard, Billups knows what elite vision looks like. And to him, Jokic isn't just a great passer for a big man. He passes like a world-class floor general. He sees angles before they exist. He reads defenses like a book. He delivers assists that look impossible on the regular. In Billups' words, he's the best passer I've ever seen. Coming from Mr. Big Shot himself, that's not just praise. That's a statement.
Passer I've ever seen, excluding no position. He's the best I've ever seen in passing.
LeBron James is widely regarded as the greatest player of his generation, and for many, one of the top 2 players in NBA history. Since entering the league in 2003, LeBron has gone head-to-head with some of the all-time greats, racking up 4 championships and 4 MVP awards along the way. Now in the later stages of his career with the Los Angeles Lakers and preparing for a future beyond the court, LeBron is still leaving his mark every time he steps on the floor. Among the many stars LeBron has faced, Nikola Jokic stands out. When asked about the Joker, LeBron doesn't hold back. He's full of respect, not just for Jokic's incredible skills, but for his growing place in NBA history. LeBron often highlights 2 qualities that make Jokic truly special: his unmatched passing ability and his selfless, team-first approach. Coming from someone who's seen it all, that kind of praise carries serious weight. It's a powerful reminder: Jokic isn't just dominating today's game. He's building a legacy that future generations will talk about for years to come.
One of the best players ever played this game. It's that simple. He does everything. He does everything. The most important thing, he changes the way his teammates think about their own play. When you're able to inspire your teammates to play at a level that sometimes they don't even feel like they can play at, that's a true testament.
Larry Bird spent his entire 13-year NBA career with the Boston Celtics, building a legacy as one of the game's all-time greats with 3 MVP awards and 3 championship rings to his name. Known more for his mind, grit, and will to win than flashy athleticism, Larry Legend thrived by outthinking opponents. He could find his spots, read defenses like an open book, and knock down tough shots under pressure. Though physically limited compared to some rivals, Bird's basketball IQ and relentless competitiveness made him one of the fiercest players ever to step on the hardwood. When Bird watches Nikola Jokic play, he sees a reflection of himself, an unassuming athlete who dominates through intelligence, vision, and toughness. Bird doesn't hesitate to put Jokic in elite company. In fact, he has openly called Nikola one of the greatest centers the NBA has ever seen. That kind of praise from a legend like Bird shows just how much the old school greats recognize and respect what the Joker brings to the game.